everyone, I'm Miss Ryan and I'm the Year 6 lead and I'm going to be talking you through the Year 6 curriculum evening. We're really looking forward to working with you this year to ensure the best outcome for all of our children. With it being their final year at Southdale, we want to make it extra special. We are proud of our school and we are excited to share everything that we have to offer. We're incredibly proud to have received recently the World Class Schools Quality Mark, which provides an insight into the impact that schools have on their children. Our children deserve the very best, and we're really excited to support all of our children during this phase of their education. This is just the beginning of our relationship with you, and we all look forward to getting to know you and your child in the coming months. Please come and talk to us at any time, because we do make mistakes, but we do want the very best for your children. We hope this information gives you an insight into the Southdale Sparkle as we continue to work together so that all of our children can shine like stars in the universe and continue to be world class. So our number one aim for our Southdale family is that we shine like stars in the universe in everything that we do. We refer to this as our Southdale Sparkle. We like a challenge, we never give up easily, and we have the highest expectations of ourselves and of others. Our Christian values, such as the ones on the screen, like truthfulness and compassion, underpin the life of our school, and we constantly show kindness and respect, so everyone feels happy, safe and valued. We explore all of these values through our daily collective worships and through our storybooks. And as we are a church school, this is crucial. Okay, so in our classrooms, we have these three rights displayed. Our right to feel safe, our right to learn, and the right to be treated with respect. These rights tie into everything that we do at Southdale. We follow our behaviour policy to keep our children safe, and we do have exceptional behaviour here. When the children are making the right choices, we celebrate these through special mentions, giving out stars, and currently we've introduced stamps that the children get in their planners. If the children were to make the wrong choice, we do give them reminders so that they have the chance to make it right. If then the children continue to make the wrong choices, we will issue consequences in which the consequences matches the action. For example, if they haven't completed their work because they have been silly, for example, they will miss part of their playtime to catch up. Finally, red cards are given for more serious things, such as fighting or swearing, but this is really rare here. If this does happen, we will write it in their planners, and of course we'll give you a phone call home so we can discuss it. Okay, so planners. We have planners to communicate with you, but also to prepare the children for high school. As at high school, they do give out consequences for forgetting things like planners. We do not want to create a culture where the children are overly anxious about things like forgetting planners, as we do understand that one-off mistakes can happen. However, if this is a persistent issue and continues to keep happening, then there will be a consequence. The children must bring them every single day and have them out open on their desk. The children are really good at this now. They're also brilliant at writing in their homework or when they have read at home, and it's crucial that they tell us if you've written any messages in their planners. But obviously more serious things that we need to know, you can phone the school office. Both positive comments and consequences and red cards, as I've already mentioned, will be written in their planners. Okay, so just a couple of routines. The school gates open at 8:20 until 8:30. This is so that we are not all crowded together. However, the learning does begin from 8:20. So the children who are prompt will get another, in total, 50 minutes of learning every single week. So we do encourage children to come on time. The school day finishes at 3 p.m. You can encourage them to walk home and get permission to walk home, especially now that they are in year 6, because this doesn't always mean that they have to walk home. It could be that they have permission that to meet you at the gate, okay? All it means is that the teacher, myself or Miss Walsh or Mr. Helmore, whoever's dismissing them, does not have to directly hand over your child to you. PE days. So for year 6, our PE days are Wednesdays and Thursdays, so they can come in their PE kits. Swimming kits will also be needed on Thursdays too. If your child has an after-school sporting club, they too can come in their PE kits on that day. Uniform. So we do have the school uniform prospectus online, but I'll just go over a couple of key points. PE kit, it doesn't have to be the Southdale branded PE kit, but it must be plain black. This means no designer logos or patterns. Children's hair must be tied back with a red or black hair bobble if their hair is long. Ideally, no scrunchies and no headbands and things like that. We tend to see things like big jojo bows or fancy like cat ears and things creeping in. We just want to avoid those. Jewellery, small ear studs, earrings only, and a watch, please. No other accessories. General uniform, so red sweatshirt and cardigan, with or without the logo is fine. Plain white t-shirt, a black skirt, obviously not too short, shorts and trousers, black socks or tights. In summer, your child can wear a red or white check dress with white socks if they want to. School shoes must be black. Bags, we do ask for no rucksacks, please, and just the book bags only, as there just isn't enough room in school for everyone to bring a rucksack. We do say to the children they don't really need to bring a rucksack in, because all you really need are things like your water bottle, your planner, and maybe your homework and your reading book, which you can fit in the book bags and the plastic wallets that we did send home, the zippy up wallets. Obviously, if there's certain circumstances where your child does need a rucksack, then please speak to the teacher. Homework. So on the newsletter, we have the homework. Every week it will be reading at home for at least 20 minutes, but I will come back to reading in a little while. We will put the spellings that we've been doing that week on the newsletter. So it might be that we're doing Unit 2 spellings and we're focusing on suffixes. We will set either my maths homework, or it might be a maths sheet that we send home if we can't find anything appropriate on my maths. TT Rockstars, if you want to continue with your times tables. Sometimes we have holiday homework as well, especially as we get towards Christmas and towards SATs and things for next year. We do send home holiday homework booklets. Finally, healthy snacks. So our JLT, which is our junior leadership team, which includes the head boy and the head girl, are going to be meeting about how we can encourage more healthy eating at school. So we will be sending home information out shortly about what sort of things that your child can bring into school in the lunch boxes or for snacks at playtime. Okay, so this is our Year 6 team. So there is myself, Miss Ryan, I'm the Year 6 lead, Year 6 teacher, and I'm also art lead. We have Miss Walsh, who is another Year 6 teacher and science lead, and then we have Mr. Hellam, who is our final Year 6 teacher and our DT lead. Then we have Miss Freeman, one of our teaching assistants and lunchtime supervisors, Miss Hall, one of our HLTAs and lunchtime supervisors, and then Miss Lawson, who's joined us recently, one of our TAs. She works at Sparkles after school and one of our lunchtime supervisors. We do work really closely as a team alongside our support staff, so please come and see any of us for anything, and we'll be more than happy to help. Okay. So I'm just going to talk you through the Year 6 journey that we have at Southdale that your child will go on during their time in Year 6. So Autumn 1, currently, we have a geography focus and we're learning all about natural disasters, in particular, earthquakes and volcanoes, where the children look closely at where and why these disasters occur. We're reading a fantastic book at the minute called Ashfall, and we are also reading lots of books called I Survived. The children absolutely love this topic. It's fantastic. Then Autumn 2, our narrative will be called Ordinary People, Extraordinary Stories. So this is our history focus, where we delve into World War I. This is a fantastic topic where the children learn all about the life of the soldiers and how the war began. We have an actor who comes into school who embodies a soldier, as you can see on the screen. And later on in the year, the children have the chance to go to France and Belgium on our residential, which is a truly once-in-a-lifetime experience where they can really see their learning come to life. It's one of my favourite narratives is World War One. Okay, so then moving on to Spring One, we look at a story called The Island, and this is where we follow a refugee on his journey over the ocean to a mysterious island. The children get a real sense of the world that we live in and how acceptance is crucial. We do some fantastic sculpting and some fantastic writing in this half term as well. Okay, so then in Spring 2 and Summer 1, our narrative looks at globalisation. So we go back to a geography focus, and the children spend time really looking at how globalisation impacts their life. We do read some fantastic class books that link to this topic as well. Obviously, we do have our SATs at this time too, but the children genuinely do see the SATs week as one of their favourite weeks, so it's nothing for the children to worry about, and we will ensure that they are prepared for this. Finally, we end the year with our early Islamic civilization narrative. So then it's back to a history focus where the children learn all about how this religion began, alongside creating some really beautiful artwork using Islamic pattern. At the end of the year as well, we do have the Year 6 prom too, where the children have the opportunity to come together one final time and have a really nice send-off. Okay, so here we have our knowledge organisers, which we did send home with the children a couple of weeks ago now. So we're sending these home every half term before we begin their new narrative. It's crucial that we keep talking about and discussing their learning with the children all of the time, so it does go into their memory, because children do forget things. So this is a great way for them to retain the information that they've learnt. So I would stick this on the fridge somewhere and just say to your child, right, tell me about earthquakes, tell me about tectonic plates, okay? Obviously, we've not covered all of this yet, so this will be at the end of the 8 weeks, but your child can show you which bits that we have done in class so far and which bits we still yet have to do. But it's just a great way for the children to really embed their knowledge. Okay, so here is our reading spine, and this showcases all of our narrative books. And on the next slide, I will show you our additional books that we have as well. Reading really is at the heart of what we do at Southdale. We do aim to create a culture where children love reading and learn through stories. We read a range of books, exposing them to a wide range of genres and text types. Every day we have story time. This is the only proven thing that you can do at home, and it's so crucial that we do ask you to read with them or to them. They're not too old in Year 6 to have a story read to them. It has a huge impact on them in so many ways. It's good for their well-being, it improves their general knowledge, it broadens their knowledge of vocabulary, and many more things. A child who reads 20 minutes a day reads, this is a true fact, almost 2 million words per year, more than a child who doesn't read at home. So it's absolutely vital that we're getting the children to read, and we're constantly changing their books and to really invest their time in this. We have invested lots of money in our library and new books, and the children are encouraged to change their books regularly when they've finished, or if they just aren't enjoying it after a few chapters. So that's just a look at what we cover every half term. And the children do love picture books as well. They're a favourite, even with the Year 6 children. And here are just some more examples of the books that we read. As you can see, we do have the picture books, which they absolutely adore. We have our class books, we have real life fiction, and many more. Okay, so writing at Southdale, it links to our narratives so that the children have a real purpose to write. We have a 2-week cycle where we spend time with the children analysing quality texts and picking out what makes that piece of writing successful. We then plan their writing with them, then we write our draft, edit, and finally publish our work, all of which we carefully model to the children on our washing lines, on our visualisers, all of the time. The children absolutely love having their work displayed at the end of each half term. Any key spellings that we cover in class, we will put in the newsletter for you to practice at home. So that's part of the homework that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so maths. There is a lot in the Year 6 maths curriculum, not necessarily things that are brand new, but just things that just have to know a lot from Year 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the best thing that you can do to help at home is to help them practice their times tables, the number bonds to 10, to 20, to 100. It's all about knowing the basics by practicing every day, little and often. The children will know about mental maths. Things like on the screen, knowing what a half is, a quarter is, a tenth is, and just recalling these facts all of the time. For example, it might be that you're counting your 12s during a car journey, something as simple as that. We aim to build a really deep understanding on concepts, but fluency and mental recall are really, really essential. So we really do have a fantastic wider curriculum at Southdale. I won't go through all of our subjects because you can watch the curriculum video that is on the website, because that gives you a real insight and showcases every subject that we do at Southdale, from cooking, as you can see on the screen, to forest schools, to all the hands-on learning in science that we do with the experiments. We do really give the children lots of opportunities. In geography, we work with lots of maps. We know we have lots of trips. In DT, we try to cover a range of things like currently we're making birdhouses from scratch. We do sewing, we do cooking. PE, we cover a range of sports. We do French every single week. In computing, we ensure that we have access to iPads and laptops, and the children produce a final outcome, as well as looking at computer science and coding. Like I mentioned, with science, we look at lots of hands-on experiments. As art lead, I ensure that the children have access to have an opportunity to sketch and to paint and to sculpt things and to use their printing skills. And there are many more subjects like music and RE and history, where the children do get the very, very best deal. So like I said, please do watch the video, because that does showcase everything that we do at Southdale. Okay, so our connections lessons. So in our connections lessons, we focus on mental fitness, social fitness, and physical fitness. And we do teach the children all about how to lead a happy and successful life, and that these three things are crucial. On a morning, we have a lovely morning routine where we greet the children at the door to make sure that we speak to every child individually, so it sets the right tone for the day. And then we then do our journaling every morning, where we take a mindful minute, we're really in the present moment, and we write our I ams. We teach the children that what follows I am follows you. So it's all about saying I am whatever, and then whatever they say will follow them around for the rest of the day. We are having an information evening a little bit more about this with Mrs. Wood, so that we will send out information about what that day is going to be and what that will look like nearer the time. I think it is sometime this month. And we're also going to have a CAM session, who are going to deliver a Managing Emotions parent session on a day as well, that we will send out the information once we get the date through on that. But the children absolutely love the morning routines. They love the words of wisdom, and it's just encouraging them to delve into their own toolbox, which the children have learned all about, and do what works for them, what keeps their mind happy. Okay, so just really briefly on internet safety. As the children get older, obviously we understand they will be on their phones a lot more. Social media apps, including things like WhatsApp and Snapchat, they do have age restrictions. So we do encourage the children to stick to these restrictions as well. These apps are used in the wrong way. And when they do create lots of problems for children at home and in school, such as friendship issues and mental health issues. We also do encourage the children not to use their phones at bedtime, as this can keep them awake and it really impacts their sleep. Please feel free to blame us for things like age restrictions and not using the phone at night. If you want to blame us, that's absolutely fine, because we do tell them all the time. So feel free to say, well, your teacher does say it, and that's okay. yeah, if you could just encourage them to limit their time on the apps and limit what apps they use and their phone usage. Because although it's wonderful, the internet and the apps, it can pose some real dangers for our children. Just a little bit about RSHE. Okay, so relationships and health education is statutory in schools now. So relationships education is taught through our connections lessons, where we equip the children with the skills to form and maintain healthy friendships. They also will learn how to recognise unhealthy ones too. Health education is diet, fitness, and first aid, and it's also puberty, which is covered through science and our connections lessons. This is in the year 5 and 6 curriculum and is statutory. We do not teach sex education, such as conception, as this is non-statutory. However, if you wish to discuss this with your child at home, then of course you can do. And we do lots of our RSHE through some lovely books which are displayed on the screen as well. Okay, so our special educational needs and disabilities. So we've got our Senko, who is Mrs. Wolnov, and she's also our assistant head. She's super helpful, and she works with every class teacher really closely. Our aim is for every child to be able to achieve the best outcomes. We're really passionate about that every child can succeed. Plans are in place for any children on our SEN list, and any queries or questions that you have about your child, you can contact myself or the class teacher, and then we will pass it on to Mrs. Wolnov. So speak to us in the first instance. But we have got our learner profiles and plans in place. Anything that you want to add, tweak, discuss, then please get in touch. Okay, and that's everything. So thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. We do look forward to a fantastic year ahead, and we look forward to working with you for the benefit of our children. Southdale is a really special place, and we're excited to give our children such brilliant opportunities in the year ahead. Thank you again. Any questions that you have, please feel free to get in touch and we'll try our best to answer them. And to finish with, I've just put the Twitter on our screen here. So if you would like to follow us to keep up to date with the newsletter and things we're doing in class and to see photos and videos and things like that, then please follow at Year 6 Southdale. Thank you for watching.